So, Mr. Barroso, what does being a European mean to you?
Being a European is, first of all, belonging to this community of history and of aspirations that existed in this continent for many centuries. Today they are expressed in the European Union, but being European is going beyond the European Union, is what belongs to our common cultural, common heritage. We usually mention from the Greco-Roman classic heritage to the Judeo-Christian heritage, and also afterwards to all the great realization of the Enlightenment and the Renaissance. This is what makes us European.
So for Europe, what has to be done to fill the soul? What has to be done to give Europe a soul?
I think the more important point to make that really effective in practice, because I believe a soul exists. The soul in Europe already exists. What happens is that it's not completely translated in our daily action from the political or economic level. What is important is to have more participation of citizens. The idea that responsibility is not just for the European institutions, it's indeed also for the national institutions. They have a responsibility, the political leaders at national level, and the citizens and the civil society. If they believe in these values, they should, of course, defend them.
You've been here 10 years ago for the first time. What has changed from then until now?
Oh, many things. First of all, we have enlarged. It was in 2004 that we had the biggest enlargement ever, and afterwards 3 more countries joined, so now we are 28 countries. The euro area also has enlarged, now we are 18 countries. And there was a crisis, but we were able to respond to the crisis, probably not in a perfect way, but we have been able to resist to those who said that the euro was dead, that the European disintegration will be the reality and not European integration. So I think that in spite of all the difficulties, or precisely because of all the difficulties, we should recognize that Europe has shown its resilience and continues to be attractive for other parts of the world. Look at Ukraine, look at young people, and not only the young people of Ukraine, how they are aspiring to come closer to the European Union. This shows that contrary to the very fashionable pessimism of today, Europe is still a very inspiring force.
Last but not least, you've been asked to wish yourself something for Europe. What is your wish for Europe?
One of my wishes for Europe is to have a more cultural dimension in Europe. I'm a very big supporter of the idea that Europe is not just the economy or not even the politics, but also has to have a reinforced cultural dimension. And I believe in the future for the countries that wish, probably not all of them, unfortunately, but we should have a political union in Europe. It is very important that at least the countries that share a currency, if they want their currency to be sustainable over time, that they understand that the credibility or the solidity of a currency depends at the end on the solidity of the project, political or institutional project behind it. So we need more union in Europe, and I think the way is from the monetary union to the economic union to a political union. This is my dream, but I believe it's a realistic dream for Europe, at least for the countries that want to share this sense of belonging to the same project.